So, this is the radio out of the 1946 Buick. It's not in very good shape. Much worse than the rest of the car. Most of the car was pretty rust-free, but not this radio. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like inside. Alright, got the front cover off here. Of course, they do a bit of extra wire, but it wasn't quite long enough. I ended up snapping this little cardboard support on here into a bunch of different pieces. Went ahead and cut the wires off. This speaker is probably gonna have to go. The cone on it is pretty awful, and I doubt it sounds anywhere near decent. As you can see, this speaker doesn't have a permanent magnet on it. I've got a couple possible things I can replace it with. I've actually got another speaker without a permanent magnet here that it's a little bit smaller. I don't really want to use something like this. I'd rather put something with a permanent magnet in. I've got actually another similarly sized speaker, and it actually came from a tube amplifier. Now I have tripped and kicked the speaker more than a couple times, so it's a little beat up. So we'll have to see. I might put something a bit more modern in there. None of these things sitting here are gonna sound too good. Inside, this is just the back side here. I'll have to take the other side off, but it really doesn't look too awful. There's all these capacitors are gonna have to go if I have any intention of reusing it as it is. But other than some grime and some of the insulation from the car, it's not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and open up their side and we'll take a look what's in there. Alright, here's the other cover off. This is a pretty typical AM radio for the most part. You've got these 6 SA7, 6 SK7, and 6 SR7 radio tubes there, along with a 6 K7. The actual amplifier tubes are these two right here, 6V6 GTs. Now, of course, one difference in this thing being that it's running on a 6-volt car electrical system is it's got the vibrator here along with a transformer that vibrator feeds. Here's the output transformer. Strangely enough, there's no rectifier in this amplifier, which from what I've seen is pretty common of these old car radios. Kind of neat thing about these tubes is they're actually marked. Let's see if that focuses. They're actually marked GM genuine parts, which being a big fan of GM, I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't pull the actual radio chassis out of the box for the car and get a better look at it. Plan on taking this metal outside casing here down with some wire brush and sandpaper, and giving it a paint with some good, nice, new looking black Rust-Oleum. And yeah, we'll see if we can't get it working like new again. I have to admit, around here there's not a whole lot of AM stations to tune into, so I've been toying with the idea of actually just throwing out the whole AM radio idea and building a whole new tube amplifier in this chassis. Something that's doing probably, well, I don't know, maybe stereo would be nice, but at least something a bit more hi-fi than a 40s tube radio. I mean, I've worked on radios from this era before. In fact, over there in the closet, I've got a Kenwood tuner, tube tuner from early 60s and maybe late 50s. Pretty similar in design to this as far as tube complement goes, so I'm pretty confident I can get it going again, but just not entirely sure if that's going to be the best route to go. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, I got it all taken apart. I separated the push button module with the tuning fork in it from the main chassis. It was just a couple of wires, a couple of ground straps, nothing too bad. Now this thing is actually got a fair bit of rust on it, something I'd like to try to clean up. I'm still, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just rebuild it as it is. It's not too many parts to replace, and hopefully all the tubes and the little vibrator here are good. I figure I'll probably go ahead and tap a line into it so I can hook in an external source. Given the fact that the AM radio around here is not very good, I'd like to be able to play something, you know, off of a phone or an MP3 player, and it's probably not too difficult to do that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night.